This is the Iowa Weather Report for Monday, October 7th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we still have the piece of energy in the trough moving in through the Great Lakes into New England. The remnants of what was once Tropical Storm Karen over the Gulf Coast. Another system moving into the northwest. Around here, we still have a few clouds lingering in the eastern counties early in the day. Those will be clearing out. Sunshine, highs in the 60s to near 70 out west, with more and more sunshine through the week. That continues into Tuesday. The winds start to increase out of the south and west. That'll boost the temperatures into the 70s statewide for Tuesday with plenty of sunshine. Any rain will be in the southeast and in the far northwest. Going into Wednesday, we still have rain across the Mid-Atlantic and the Carolinas, some rain and maybe some high-elevation snow in the west. Otherwise, still winds out of the south, temperatures likely in the 70s with plenty of sunshine around. That looks to continue into Thursday. Rain across the Mid-Atlantic into southern New England, some rain and high-elevation snow over the west, especially Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming. Still warm around here, but a frontal system will approach here on Friday with a few showers and thunderstorms. The low pressure center will be in the Dakotas. It'll be moving northeast, so this frontal system will be, it'll bring some isolated activity Friday and again into Saturday, especially in the eastern counties. Temperatures will cool off behind the front down into at least the 60s here on Saturday, with still some lingering rain in the eastern third of the state. Heading into Sunday, that frontal system really begins to fizzle out to our east. A little bit of moisture still off to our west across the Rockies, the Sawtooths, in Idaho into Montana, and across Texas and Oklahoma as well. And you can see that system that is off to our west begins to dig out a trough, especially over the Rockies, the northern plains. Some energy ejecting out through the Dakotas and Nebraska. Another piece hanging back over the west, and you can see the Gulf begins to open up, so it could look like heading into a week from today, we could start getting some more rain across the area, and this could last well for the rest of that coming week. Going into the extended period on October the 18th, you can see a fairly decent trough with some energy moving through the Great Lakes, another piece of energy over the north and west, especially Washington State. And this could bring some fairly cold air into the state, and the 540 line dropping all the way through the state with some precipitation. That could mean a little bit of wintry precipitation or maybe a very cold rain if this is right. But at the end of the forecast on October the 22nd, a zonal flow across the country. Most of the energy is well up to our north. A 588 ridge over South Florida and the Caribbean and the Bahamas. But around here, we just have some isolated activity, a high pressure over New England and the eastern Great Lakes, somewhat powerful storm moving into the west, but it looks fairly inactive toward the end of the extended period. Satellite image from last evening, we had the low clouds and just drizzly weather we had on Sunday, moving east into the Great Lakes, the frontal system from the eastern Great Lakes down into the south, the remnants of Karen in the eastern Gulf, and a new storm moving into the north and west, but the watch warning map doesn't show much of anything. A few flash flood warnings north and east of metro Atlanta, winter frost and freeze advisory in Northern California, and that's it. QPF chart looks fairly quiet too. This is precipitation for the next 5 days through Friday evening at 7 o'clock, showing quite a bit of decent rains in the east, a little bit over the northern plains, and very little, if any, around here.